We'll guide you through the best OBS Studio recording settings. If you find this useful, then consider subscribing and liking the video. Here we are in OBS Studio. So having the best recording settings is going to go and mean you can go and give the best quality to the people who are going to be watching it. We're going to guide you through the best quality, but also the best settings to achieve the best performance as well. And if you're running into any lag or stuttering, what you can do to go and make this better and to go and lower it. Make sure this full guide and you don't go and skip anything, as you may go and miss an important part of information. So these are the settings I would go and use to record my own YouTube videos. So to go and get started with this, come into OBS and you want to come down to the bottom of controls and find the option for settings and click there. Now you want to come over to the left and you need to find the option for output. Now I find we can go and achieve these great results just using simple mode. So come into output and set it to simple. Come to recording, of course, choose where you want to go and have your video saved. For recording quality, I think high quality medium file size is a great option. Otherwise, the file sizes just get a bit out of hand and you can still achieve great recordings with this. Next, for recording format, I find MP4 to be an optimal one to go and use as it's highly compatible. For video encoder, click here. Ideally, you want to go and use the hardware option because this is then going to go and use your GPU if it has got that capability, and try and use H.264. I've got NVENC because this is an NVIDIA card. So if you've got a harder option, go and use it. Otherwise, if you don't, you can go and use software X264. Then what you can do is you can go and press apply in the bottom right, and you want to come to the left to audio. So just to go cover this quickly, as it is a part of recording really, for desktop audio, go and choose the device your sound comes out of. So mine are my speakers here, and then you can come down to mic and choose your mic. I'll guide you through balancing these shortly. Next, you want to come over to the left and find the option for video. So come to base canvas resolution and you want to set this as high as possible. This will be the size of your monitor. Yours may only be 1080, but it could also be higher if you've got a 4K monitor. I've got a 1440p one. So we'll click there. Now for the output SCAD resolution, I like to go and record in the highest quality, which is 1440p. You can go and do the same, but if you start running into any issues with lag or stuttering, I'll guide you through doing a test in a moment and you can then watch back that recorded video to go and see it. I'd recommend going down to 1080p, as that can go and reduce lag and stuttering by having it in a lower quality. As a worst case, you could go down to 720p. But that is, of course, really going to sacrifice the quality. But if it allows you to go and record and not lag and stutter, it may be what you need to do. So yeah, ideally, you can keep it as high as possible just to go and achieve the best quality. When it comes to FPS here, what you can do is you can try and set it at 60 just so it captures it nice and smoothly. Once again, if you find you're having issues with lag when you're watching back your test recording, you can come and lower it to 30. Also, if you end up using a output SCAD resolution which is lower, for example 1080p, you can go and choose a downscale filter. I like to go and use this option here just so it goes and downscales it well. You could try lowering it if needed, but I like to go and keep it high if needed. But in this case, I do it at 1440. Then you can press apply in the bottom right. You can then come over to the left into Hotkeys and you can go and set start and stop recording. So you can go and start and stop recordings with a key. So you could go and set it to something like F10. You can actually go and have the same key to both start and stop it. When you go and press it first, it will go and start it. Press it again, it will stop it. Or you could have separate keys. Now we can come into advanced. So at the top here, I actually go and set the process priority just to above normal so we can get a little bit of priority, and I don't change the rest of these. Then you can press apply and you can go and press OK. Now, if you haven't already, you can go and select the scene and go and add a source. I'm just using display capture. And what you can then do is you can go and press start recording. And now you can go and do a little test. So move things around so you can go and make sure they're nice and smooth in the file. Also play some sounds. If you've got some music, you can play it and speak just so you can go and then work out how you can balance it. So once you go and have some moving objects in the video, like a window, and you have some sound playing, now you can go to the path where it was saved. I showed you that in the settings, and you can watch it back. And you may need to go and decrease the desktop audio if your mic is getting drowned out. And if you find it's lagging or stuttering, you can go back to your settings and come back to video, and you can lower these to hopefully go and stop the lagging and stuttering. Of course, the quality will be slightly lower, but to go and achieve the best recording overall, I think that's better to have a lower quality, but to make it smoother, to make it the best. If you found this useful, then leave a like.